heavily linked, he has been for a long, long time, to Real Madrid. I've read bits and pieces in the newspapers over the last couple of months, I'm sure you have, that supposedly his preferred choice, but then all of a sudden Liverpool come along, you see him hanging out with Trent and Jordan Henderson as well, and you think, oh, what's going on there? But it looks like Real Madrid are the front runners now for 100 million plus. Let me ask you firstly, okay, from Jude Bellingham's perspective, he's only 19, he'll be 20 if and when this move happens. Is it the right move for such a young player with such a bright future ahead of him to make, because it's such a big step? Is it the right thing? If the biggest club in your mind come in for you at 19, should you straight away go there?
You have to. I think when you're playing as well as Jude Bellingham is at the minute, and we saw it, the whole world saw it at the World Cup. I get it. You're talking about Real Madrid, supposedly, where they are the biggest club on the planet, just won the Champions League. You're saying that at 19 years old, is he ready to get himself over to Spain and play for Real Madrid? Or do you wait, go somewhere else first, and then go to Real Madrid? I think when you're an Englishman, and English players, you've seen it more recently, and I know it's happened in the past, but you're seeing more and more recently young English players moving abroad, which is a big thing. Mm-hmm. It's seen as a big thing. I think because he's already done that, that's gone. So he hasn't got to worry about, right, because there's this fascination, and I do get it. Everyone's like, he has to play in the Premier League. Well, he doesn't have to. Like, you look at Jude Bellingham, for instance, what he's done. He was in the Championship with Birmingham, did something that a lot of young kids are doing now, went abroad to Dortmund, turned himself into a superstar, playing really, really well for Dortmund, played really well for England. He now has got that. He hasn't got concerns about now playing abroad because he's done it. I think for him, if he can get to Real Madrid now at 19 years old, I don't see why you wouldn't. And when you look at what they're trying to, you can quite clearly see with Real Madrid what they're trying to do there. You look at some of the young players they've got. So they've even got like Militao, who's 24, Courtois 30 for a goalkeeper. That's not old at all. You've got the likes of Valverde, who's 24, Camavinga 20, Tchouaméni 22,
Vinicius
Junior. They've got, you got Asensio, who seems to have been around for ages. He's 26. Rodrigo 21. You can quite clearly see. Obviously, you said there Vinicius Junior is 22. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to build a team for the next 10 years.
Number 9. Benzema's moving on.
They will find one.
No, of course.
But here's my question to you, right? I agree with everything you said, right? But, and it's a big but, he is English, right? Now, if I was in his situation, I would rather win my trophies and medals in this country.
No.
Right? Hold on, hear me out, right? Being an Englishman, one Premier League title, from my perspective, bearing in mind I grew up watching English football, one Premier League winners' medal would be worth more to me than 10 La Liga titles.
Well, that's ridiculous. 10 La Liga titles. I get it.
Okay, fine, I'll chuck 5 in.
Listen to me.
I'll chuck 5 in.
I get it, right? I get it because you're saying... Like, and that's the thing about English mentality. Is that it's almost like the Premier League.
FA Cup than the Copa del Rey.
Okay, I've got no argument. So I love the FA Cup,
right?
But it's almost like because you're English, you have to play in England. I don't think you do.
No, it just means more to me.
No, but I think you.
Liga,
he's 19 years old. He goes to Real Madrid, does really well, stays there for 5 years. He's still only 24. He's at 24.
No, I get that. But do that move later on if you want.
But he can come back to the Premier League.
I'd rather, and this is horrible for me to say because I'm a Man United fan, but I'm only picking Man City because they're the biggest side at the moment in the Premier League, right? Mm-hmm. If I was a player in Jude's position and the biggest club in the Premier League with the best manager in the world, in this case Man City came in for me, I'd rather go there and try and win the Champions League and win the Premier League. Okay, but
Manchester City, who have got, unbelievable, haven't won the Champions League yet, can't do it for whatever reason. He's gone to a club in Real Madrid.
But imagine if he was the difference.
No, but why would you?
We look at Cantona, Man United fans, as the missing piece, right? Not only is he a legend, but he's the reason, in a lot of people's eyes, why all of a sudden the dynasty started, right?
Yeah, but he could be at Real Madrid for the next 10 years.
I know, but if Man City can't win the Champions League and he's the missing piece, he tips up. And it's like, we couldn't win it till June.
If Real Madrid come calling now, and as I said, I've just kind of listed the squad that they've got, how young they are. If they are the biggest club, them and Manchester United, I understand that, one of the biggest clubs in the world. If Real Madrid come knocking now, you cannot afford them. Also, as well, by the way, he might play, I don't know, get injured, and this opportunity may never come again.
Of course.
If Real Madrid are then one of the biggest clubs on the planet who've won the Champions League more than anyone else, even if the La Liga's poor, even though they won it, they still regularly picking up Champions League winners' medals all the time.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I would go there is to win the Champions League.
It's also Real Madrid.
To win the league. I know, but Real Madrid to me, okay, I'm going to phrase it wrong, but I just think as an Englishman growing up watching English football, winning the title over here means more.
But he's done things a little bit differently because he hasn't always been here.
No,
maybe his mentality might be different if he'd have stayed here at Manchester City and been here the whole time. Because he's gone that foreign route, he's turned himself into a superstar by going to Dortmund. If Real Madrid come calling now, I'm going to Real Madrid 100%.
So what's the biggest league in the world?
The Premier League, the best league in the world.
Why is he not
But
there?
Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world.
Okay. What would you rather win? Last question. What would you rather win? 1 La Liga title or 1 Premier League?
Well, Premier League.
Okay. What about 5 La Liga titles?
5 La Liga titles, I'll take.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'd also like to be in the mix to win the Champions League every year and win it.
Well, you are in the mix with Man City.
I get that, but Real Madrid have done it.
Okay. Well, there you go. We'll start with that one, right? We'll start with that one.
Poo-pooing Real Madrid.
Well, I'm not poo-pooing him. Just as an Englishman growing up watching English football, the FA Cup, the Premier League, it all means something a little bit more to me. La Liga.
For a lot of players, Real Madrid is like the pinnacle.
And
Barcelona.
I'd rather win the League Cup than the Copa del Rey.
Okay, fair enough.
Would you get that?
But I'd still rather play for Real Madrid, I think, than any other team bar Arsenal on the planet.
Okay. You've heard what we've got to say. What does it mean to you? And do you think Jude Bellingham being an Englishman? And, of course, some people say the future England captain should be playing his football over in the Premier League. I mean, listen, ultimately, it's not down to what you think. We get that. It's down to money and where he fancies going. But what do you think? Do you think
Madrid.
He should come over and play his football in the
There's
Premier
something
League?
nice about an Englishman going to play abroad.
No,
because it doesn't happen often enough.
No, but what's nice about it? I'd rather see Jude Bellingham in the Premier League every week. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, but
Would you rather see that?
No, I want to see Jude Bellingham at the top club in the world, Real Madrid.
Okay.
There's something nice about that, I think.
I'd love to see Jude every week in the Premier League. I think it'd be a travesty if we lost him to Spain.
But it's Real Madrid.
No, I don't care. I want to see him over here.